Oh, awesome. Quick plug. So I'd say learn more about our firm at our website, www.coriginventures.com. We do a lot to put all of our information of what we invest in and how to get in touch with us on our website. And then, of course, if you want to learn about basketball or children's movies, follow me on Twitter at David R. Goldberg.
Perfect, perfect. Which, by the way, I will say for everyone out there listening and watching, Corigin Ventures, if you go there, they're very transparent about their process. And it might seem small because a lot of venture companies say they're transparent. They're not. It's a Corigin Ventures on the website. You guys have really outlined, hey, this is how we work. This is how we do diligence. This is what you're going to expect. And those types of things go a long way.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, David, for joining the show. I look forward to talking with you again.
Thank you, Peter. This was fun.
True startup story time. Guys, as a founder, I'm often asked, what are my go-to tools and technology that I use as I begin a startup? Well, that's easy. One of them is Dropbox. Dropbox is the easiest way to ensure that all your files and documents are synced on all devices, whether it be mobile, your local desktop, or remote. We want to thank Dropbox for supporting vchunting.com, and make sure to get your 30-day trial free at dropbox.com/business. Wow. Well, that was a fun interview with David Goldberg of Corigin Ventures, general partner. You know, one of the things that I really appreciated about my research on David is that, and to be quite frank, I wish we had spent a little bit more time on it, but he really, through the Twitter and through all the research and his writing, really is a family man. And I wish I could spend more time. I wish I could have spent more time talking with him about how much, I guess, just if I were to say it simply, how much he loves his family and how his family is such an integral part to his life, his work, and his profession. And you know, for me, as a, I would say, not a perfect family man, but someone who tries my best to be present, to be intentional with my kids, be loving with my wife, all these great things. I generally resonate with other guys. Let's just put it that way. Other guys who really put it out there and say, hey, look, this is my family. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. I love on them. I dote on them. This is where my priorities are at. And that's the feeling that I got doing some research on David, but I wish we could have spent some more time digging into that, because that's the stuff that really matters. We could talk about venture capital, we can talk about founder woes, we could talk about our experiences being founders and not being supported by early stage investors and these types of things. We can talk about our own journeys into self-understanding and self-discovery, but at the end of the day, man, just as David had said multiple times throughout our interview, it's all about relationships. And so I can really understand, I can really get that, and I can really grasp that from David. One of the things that I appreciated is his story around Freshneck and talking about how he had gotten his work ethic from his mother, and maybe even his, I guess he didn't say this, but maybe I can interject here and say that maybe he got his style from his papa there. But the subscription system, the subscription things like Dollar Shave Club and Birchbox and these types of systems are really burgeoning. And I was really curious about why he had stopped that, but it allowed him to get where he is now as a GP, growing and helping other founders reach their dreams and build some amazing things. He's got 55 co-founders in the family now, and he seems to be doing quite well. I hope that you guys weren't offended by the Frozen comments. Apparently, I haven't seen the movie yet, by the way. I should probably do a little bit more diligence on that, and I know that my kids have. But apparently, if you're out there and you don't like dark movies, Frozen 2 might not be the place that you need to go, or the movie that you need to watch. One of the things that I wish we had also spent time on, and that's okay, we can invite David on again in the future, which is always possible, is I wanted to spend some more time talking about the VC Reboot boot camp. I'm a big fan of self-discovery. I'm a big fan of understanding kind of who you are and where you lie in the whole worldscape of sorts. Because it's so important. You guys might have been hearing me talk about this on our daily show, Venture Daily, but I've been meditating a lot, using that word, which I'm not very good at actually, but when I say meditating, I really mean thinking. I've been thinking a lot about kind of the nobility of work and how there's a lot of nobility in the act of working and living out your purpose. And I was hoping that we could talk a little bit more about how he had to push himself to go to this event. I think many of us hesitate when it comes to new experiences sometimes and wondering if it's actually going to be worth it. I loved his writing, and you guys can find this more on the blog later, which you can find on vchunting.com/David Goldberg if you're interested. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about the not always being present, not challenging yourself, and maybe even suppressing your emotions, and how this type of self-discovery is really powerful, and understanding how you act, how you behave, that could be contradictory to the goals that you have in mind. Sometimes we have these goals and these aspirations and these visions of what we want to do, but yet at the same time we have habits and destructive behaviors that preclude us or don't allow us to really reach our goals. And sometimes going to these boot camps, and sometimes and even just talking with a mentor or someone who can poke into your life is really powerful, because it can help you realize your blind spots, where you're weak and where you might need to remove things or maybe even improve. And so this is one of those topics that I wanted to dig in just a little bit more with him. In terms of the application section of it, he's still living it out. He's still trying to be a great dad, a great husband, a great father, and obviously doing his best for his founders that he's invested in. Guys, I enjoyed this conversation a lot. I hope it was life-giving and fruitful to you. If you want more information on David Goldberg, feel free to go to vchunting.com/David Goldberg. Guys, it's been a pleasure to have this interview. I hope it was fun, and we'll see you next time, guys.